Hey.
Hey.
All right. Welcome, Shawn Catroni.
Yes, it's me.
it's you. You're here. And we're going to do this podcast because we're going to do a double podcast today.
Double whammy.
A double whammy.
I don't know anything about your background, so
Okay.
gonna get to know you. Cheers.
So
Cheers.
Cheers, all
Clink.
of us. There we go. Perfect. So the biggest thing is, Shawn, just tell us where you came from, where you're from, and what you do.
So I live near Worcester, Mass. Lived there most of my life. Army-wise, I've always been in Rhode Island. Then I transferred up to Vermont. That's where I am right now. Been in the Army this is my 13th year. Just extended. That's what they call it. The kids call it these days. Extending. For another 6. I'm going to ride it out to 20. What do you want to know? What do we talk about?
Platoon sergeant, right?
Yeah, platoon
Yeah,
sergeant.
your platoon sergeant with Delta Company. So it's
The Mountain Infantry Delta Company, the 3172.
Yep. All right.
Out
And
of
then-
Westminster, Vermont.
Yep. And then you deployed with Rhode Island Company, right?
Yeah.
In 2011, right?
Yeah,
10,
2011. Yep, 2011, 2012. Alpha Company 1182, 3rd Platoon, Wolfpack.
Who was your team leader and squad leader?
Oh, so it was kind of weird overseas. We had Reef and Simmons kind of acting as team leader for both. It was weird.
Why?
Just the way we set things up. Like I think officially Simmons was my team leader on paper, but just the way we ran things. Like even when we ran mission, it wasn't like this team's in this truck. It was just all over the place. We worked together.
It was like truck teams.
It was different every day.
But I know you had a weird experience, like actually getting there to Afghanistan, because you were essentially in the pipeline to go, like basic training, all that stuff, and you get back home. Like what happened when you got back home after basic training?
Yeah, so I went to basic, did OSIT at Fort Benning, got home, and they were trying to work it so that I would deploy with Massachusetts to the same deployment Rhode Island was at, same battalion. But by the time I got home, they were already overseas. So I just kind of got sent home. Didn't know who to call, what to do. I was like, someone will reach out to me eventually, I guess. It's not like you graduate from OSIT and you've got like a phone book with who to call from the unit.
You're just a Joe.
Yeah,
you don't know shit.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
So I go home and I just I guess I'm in the Army, but I'm just going to be me, do my old school life. And one day I'm driving down the road. I got a phone call, Sergeant someone. I don't even know who he was. He goes, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Good." He's like, "You want to go to Afghanistan?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm pretty sure I do.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that.
That's like a weird question.
That's why I joined.
Right. But to be given the option is weird.
Yeah.
It's like all I ever wanted to do, why I joined the Army, blah, blah, blah. But when someone puts it in front of you, like, you have the opportunity to say no. Like, I said yes, obviously, but it was a weird question.
Yeah.
Was that a little disappointing? Because I think we've all seen movies where it's like, you're in the unit, you're the team, you get the call, and you got that sense of like, we're all going. You're just like, hey, so there's a, deployment coming up. You down?
Yeah, it was just weird. It was a little disappointing. I was like, yeah, I want to go. Yeah, I'll do this. And he goes, okay, you got to come in, sign some paperwork because technically you're non-deployable for X amount of time after basic.
That's fucking weird.
There's some kind of like timeline that
Yeah.
you're not allowed to be sent to do stuff. And so I had to sign a waiver saying, I don't need that time.
Fuck that time.
And then they're like,
Everybody's trying
idea.
to get the war when it's
Yeah.
done.
Stupid
Right?
idea. Yeah.
so I go home. He goes, just keep checking your email. We're going to email you your plane tickets and stuff. I'm like, okay, I don't have anything. Just so you guys know. And they're like, yeah, don't worry about it. Like, I got nothing.
He doesn't
dude.
even e-tool.
I don't even have an e-tool. And they're like, don't worry, you'll get all that stuff. We're going to send you to Camp Shelby, Mississippi for MOB. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means, but all right. So they email me plane tickets. I print them out. I go to the airport. I fly to Mississippi. And their intent was to have me do like a expedited MOB of 10 days. but that kind of got snafu'd, which is typical for the military. And I was there for about a month, which is still short for how it used to be
at the time. Yeah.
And I was there with 11 guys mobbing, all of them going to Kuwait except for myself. I was the only one going to Afghanistan. So do that whole thing. Then we get on an airplane and fly to Kuwait. Those guys say, hey, nice working with you for a couple weeks. See you later. Good luck. They went that way. And here I am with all my bags. Like, I don't know what to do. I'll walk over to this bee hut and check in. There's people in line. I figure that's where I go. So I walk over and I go to the counter and I go, I'm here to go to Afghanistan. And they're like, what? Let me see your papers. And I give them my orders. They say, deploy to Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. But they don't say where in Afghanistan or who I'm supposed to be with. It's super generic. They're like, this is ridiculous. All right, let's look you up in the computer. They're like, there is no trace of you being here right now.
They're like, you forged this?
Like,
you made this in Photoshop.
They're like, dude, it's Friday. The Army has no idea that you're here right now. Just you know and whoever sent you here.
Oh my God.
So I'm like,
So am I getting paid?
Yeah. So I go, well, what am I supposed to do? They're like, well, we're going to have to square this away. I'm like, okay, well, how long is that going to take? Well, it could take like a week or two. We don't know. I'm like, what? This is awful. Where do I go? Where do I stay? What do I do? They're like, go find a tent back there and find a cot and just rack out and check in every day. I'm like, this is the worst experience ever. This is not what I wanted. So I'm so defeated. I'm a PFC. I've been in the Army for 5 minutes. I walk outside. I've got all these bags of shit, carrying around body armor and a rifle with no bullets. I'm in Kuwait, Ali Al Salim.
How the fuck do you get a rifle?
They gave it to me.
Who's
They
that?
just gave you a
They
rifle.
just gave me a rifle, yeah. And so I got all this shit. I'm all by myself, alone in the world, right?
Yeah.
No cell phone. Like, I don't know what to do.
There's all tons of people around, but you're just like a fucking a fly on the wall.
Exactly. I don't know a soul. You know what I mean? Not a single human being. I don't know anybody. I walk outside, and this E7 walks up to me, and he goes, I heard what happened to you in there. I know where I'm going. Come with me. I'm like, fuck it. This sounds better than sitting around for a week. And they don't know who I am or that I'm here anyway, so fuck it. So I follow this guy. We go into a hangar. He's like, sit here. He goes, he talks to the pilots. He's like, all right, I got us on a plane. We're going to fly out of here in a couple hours. We're going to go to CAF.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. So get on this airplane with him, a C-17, fly to CAF. We land there at night. He goes, all right, rack out here. Don't leave this spot. I'll come get you in the morning. We'll get chow and we'll figure this out. All right, cool. I go to sleep. He comes, he gets me in the morning. He goes, all right, I got good news and I got bad news. I'm like, all right, let's hear it. He goes, good news, I got you a plane to Bagram. Bad news, you're all alone again, buddy, and nobody knows who you are or where you're going. I'm like, okay, great. So we walk around CAF. You ever been there?
Yeah.
So it's like not your first experience of Afghanistan being the boardwalk at Kandahar. You're like, that's fucking Pizza Hut. Like, where am I? Like, this is such a weird, culture shock, right? Mm-hmm. It's not what you imagine in your head. Like, what are those big spider things that they always talk about?
The camel spiders?
Camel spiders. I'm thinking I'm going to live in a tent in the desert and there's camel spiders. Like, I don't know what. That's the picture in my head, right? So we walk around. We get some food. He goes, all right, I'm putting you on this plane, but good luck. Hope it works out for you. Fly to Bagram.
You're getting closer.
Getting closer. This time I'm on a C-130.
Real quick, do you ever learn who this guy is? Is he some sort of lone SF guy?
He was a former PSYOP E7.
Okay.
No idea. Last name Tran. No idea.
You should find that dude.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
you owe him a card or a beer or something at least.
Yeah. So he puts you on this plane. I fly to Bagram. On my way to Bagram, there's all these guys from the 25th ID who just came in off the field, and they got 2 enemy bags over their heads, zip cuffed, sitting across from me on the bench, right?
Just get real.
From CAF to Bagram.
Yeah, and they're escorting these prisoners right out of the field. These guys are exhausted, dirty.
And you're just like, I'm a PFC.
I'm a shiny new PFC with a rifle with no bullets. all these.
Can I have some of your bullets, guys?
There's all these guys looking at me like, who the fuck are you? And I'm just sitting there like, this is so weird. And they start doing evasive maneuvers. I have no idea why they start doing evasive maneuvers in the air.
To go into Bagram, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like trying to keep it down. Like I'm getting so queasy.
What are you flying in?
It was a 130.
Okay.
130.
So all the 25th ID guys start like gagging, and I'm like, "Fuck! Don't look, don't look." And then I look to my left, is puking in his face mask in his bag. It's going everywhere. It smells like puke. It's 100 degrees. It was horrible. We land. They all do their thing, and now I'm all alone again. I've got, what do you deploy with? 2 A bags, or an A bag and a B bag. I got a tough box, a rucksack, an assault pack, body armor, weapon, and all this shit, and no one will help me. I'm just by myself dragging this stuff down the tarmac in 130 degrees. No idea where I'm going. While I'm there, I end up linking up with one of my best friends from high school. He was PL stationed there. We have Pizza Hut.
Fuck?
Yeah, dude, it was so weird. So again, fast food in Afghanistan.
It's like Hobbs going to war. Hobbs, guys.
Yeah.
So then I don't remember how I met this lady. She goes, "Oh my God, I've been looking for you everywhere. Where have you been?"
The fuck?
And I'm like, some Air Force chick. Her name was Bonnie. And she's like, "We've been waiting for you. God, I can't believe you found your way here. That's awesome." I'm like, "Sweet." She goes, "All right, you're going to bed down here in my office tonight. And in the morning, there's a Air Force captain. He's going to come link up with you. You guys are going to fly to your fob together. And he'll guide you the rest of the way. So you're good to go." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Finally, some guidance." Go to sleep, wake up, meet up with this guy. We get on a plane, and now we fly to JBAD.
Oh, God. Not even the fob.
Not even the fob. So we fly to JBAD. We get off the plane. I'm dragging all this shit by myself still.
Fuck J-Bad.
We go up to grab a Molson Air. You know that? Right next to the USO.
The Canadian helicopters with no... And you're like, oh, wait, we're going to Afghanistan with no armament?
Yeah.
Like, sweet. Like,
So-
I hope I have some ammo.
It's
literally a civilian helicopter company.
Oh.
And in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
In, like, straight, like, bad country Afghanistan.
Like the kind of shit you would rent out to go to the Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, okay.
They're like red.
awesome.
They're like red and white with Canadian flag painted on them.
It's like Molson Air.
Molson
They
Air.
call it
You know
Molson
what?
Air. Like
Luckily-
Molson Canadian.
That's how I ended up like, that's not a C-130. Yeah, they're fine.
Oh, God.
So I'm in
It's
line
terrible.
behind this captain. We're waiting in line, walking up to go get put on a manifest. He gets up to the counter, and this is a Friday afternoon, right?
I've been to the same counter.
So he goes up to the counter, and she goes, "Okay, all right, everybody, that's it. We have no more flights for the day."
It's just like a DMV.
And I'm like standing there, like, but I'm with him. They're like, "Sorry, dude." I'm like, "Well, what are there more flights tomorrow?" They're like, "No, it's the weekend. Come back Monday."
They don't give a fuck.
I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do now? And he's like, "See you later, dude," and he fucking leaves me. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I go into the USO, and I'm like so poopy faced, and this big black guy in civilians comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, I saw what happened to you in there." Like, this is a trend.
Wow. People seeing what bad things happen to you. And it's like,
He goes, "My name's Carl. I'm going to the same place you're going. Meet me back here at 10:30 tonight, right here with all your shit." Fuck it. All right, I'll see you at 10:30. So I bring all my shit back. I meet him at the USO. And he goes, "All right, you got everything?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he looks, he's like, "Holy fuck, dude. That's a lot of shit." So he leaves me. He grabs a wheelbarrow, one of those little wooden wheelbarrows. He steals it. We load my shit in there. And we're going down this alley. It's blackout fob, pitch black. I have no bullets still. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Going down this alley. The base takes incoming. Dick's in the dirt, and he's like, "Get up, dude. What are you doing? Let's go." I'm like, "The sirens are going off. Like, I'm going to die." He's like, No, you're fine. Let's go. I'm like, "All right." Going down this alley, going down. Also, we come to a plywood door, and he knocks on the door. And the door opens, and there's this massive dude there. And he goes, "Is that the guy?" And he goes, "Yep, that's him." I'm like, "That's it. I'm fucking dead. That's how I die. I'm going out right now."
You want my liver?
oh my God,
I'm
man.
like, "It's over."
Dude, you just had like... Keep going, man. Like,
what is that thing? What is that called? Like, trafficking, human trafficking.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, oh no.
oh yeah, that's the guy.
That's
we like
you.
him.
Yeah, this is the guy.
I should be laughing about that. All right.
So he shuts the door, and Carl's like, all right, they'll be out soon. I'm like, I'm panicking inside. I'm like, what the
Yeah, you
fuck?
should.
I'm
be.
either dead or I'm dead again.
And I'm literally in a fucking alley. And if you've ever been to J-Bat, it's dirty and like,
oh yeah, it's awful.
It's awful.
Yeah.
And these guys open the door. They come out. They're all Black Hawk pilots and crew. I'm like, oh, sick.
Nice.
Put me in the bird. We fly doors off, hanging out the bird in the night. First Black Hawk ride, right? Land in the middle of the fob. And they
You forget this is your first anything.
anything.
You're like,
first anything.
anything.
Yeah.
Land in the middle of the fob. Pilots, we get off, then they fucking leave. Carl goes, okay, dude, stay right here. I'm going to go find somebody to come get you. Because I don't know where you need to go. I just know that you're here.
Shout out, Carl.
Yeah.
Shout out, Carl.
And I never saw Carl again after that night. No idea what he did, who he was. So he leaves, and you know who comes to pick me up? It was Medeiros and Montoya.
Oh my God, Montoya! Fucking Christ!
So they come.
Hey man.
So if do you know Montoya?
I don't know any of those guys.
Amazing human being.
Punch drunk. Just punch drunk.
He was a professional boxer for a long time, and he's got like a really interesting accent, and he's just a character.
Yeah, but he's just like, at this point now, he's like punch drunk. Like, you know, yeah, like those dudes that got hit in the face like way too many times. Like,
Okay, I was like vaguely.
Like
he's
Rocky Balboa.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you
no,
Jim. That's how he talked.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, he's a good, he's a very
amazing
nice
guy.
dude. Very, very good dude.
So I got him, and then Medeiros, who's another character. My best, my best friend over there.
Yeah.
I love that guy. So they come and they get me. They bring me inside the barracks.
The H barracks, right? Like
Yeah.
there was like the
I was
middle
in the
thing.
same barracks.
The
you're
same
in.
barracks, right?
Yeah. So they bring me in the barracks, and they're all like, "Hey, oh, the fucking Italians here! Like, where the fuck you been? We've been
This
looking
guy
for you."
Codroni.
And I'm like, if you had any idea what I had to do to get here, I just backpacked across Afghanistan by myself with nothing.
No shit. I swear to God, if some random person tried to tell me that story, I would be like, he's full of shit.
I'll have to write a book one day. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
My trip to Afghanistan.
That's how it all started.
The Army logistics system. Like,
Carl sounds like he was probably a spook, huh?
I don't know, man.
well, they had an SF
We had
compound there.
10th
so.
group there, so
Yeah.
I mean, we had a lot of CIA guys, those type of guys coming in out of our cop. You know what I mean? But yeah,
I'm probably, because that place was like a hotbed. It's like pretty good.
could have been. I never saw Carl again though.
I feel like that's the same way though. It's like when we got there, we were like, oh, hey, send people to driver's training. So like go to driver's training and like, hey, Lap, you're in charge of these guys who go to driver's training. There's like 5 or 6 dudes or whatever at J-Bad. And like we got to find out a way to get from J-Bad to Merilom. And like I'm like, oh, so like nobody was like, hey, yeah, contract air, go to this place. Like it's more like figure it the fuck out. Like just go do it. I'm just like, so I just can just walk on a helicopter. They're like, yeah, just do whatever. Like,
Whatever you want.
I'm like,
it's the Wild
figure it
West.
out. Like, we ended up like taking a Humvee that was like not ours and like driving because they had all their shit too. And, like literally like
it's just his 101st on there.
like literally
whatever.
stole a Humvee and like drove all of our shit to the Molson Air place because it's like on the other side of the base. It's not like on the where the Chew side is.
Right.
Oh, so they
The
had
Mol-
their giant like AO like Molson Air Base.
No.
But like,
like an
the
office.
airfield itself, like on the other, it was like on the other side of like where the Chews were and stuff. So like we like grabbed all our shit. I'm like, we were on this aircraft. I confirmed it. We better get the fuck over there. They're like trying to do what you're doing, like drag all their shit and like I'm like, fuck, we need something. Like so like I took the Humvee that was like, it just, I mean, Humvees don't need keys. So I was just like, hey, I found this Humvee. We like threw everything in and then like drove to Molson and I drove the Humvee back and parked it and walked back.
Yeah.
Do what you had to do.
Yeah, it was a mind-blowing experience. Like I said, I thought I was going to be in tents in the desert and like eating MREs, and then you get to Merilom and it's an established fob that's been there for 10 years at that point, right? And they're like, oh no, you get a barracks and there's like hot meals and Wi-Fi and shit. You're like, what? But
Wi-Fi there was fucking tits.
Yeah.
Your fucking dude was, or whatever the dude that was there prior to us was like a computer whiz, and he like made this essentially like a I don't even know what you call it, like a hard drive, but it was like a virtual hard drive that you could like pull anything off of. Remember?
Yeah.
Like, so you could like pull movies, like anything.
Google Drive.
Lots of porn. Lots and lots of porn. But like like legit movies, you could just pull it off of there and fucking watch them. It's pretty awesome.
It is crazy.
Yeah. But
Did anyone ever apologize to you? Explain what happened? Like,
no, God, no.
No.
Jesus.
did you ever like stop to try to like ask people at this point? Like, you know,
What did Lancey say when you got there?
Oh, they couldn't believe it. They just like, he wanted to be mad because they thought like I just went AWOL. They didn't know.
Right.
But then he's like, that's ridiculous.
Was he the first sergeant at the time?
Platoon sergeant.
I work with him in the G3. I'm gonna have to make sure he sees this episode.
Yeah, he's awesome, dude.
Oh, Lancey's the best, man. He's the best.
Yeah, they don't make him like him.
Yeah. Lancey's he's a real dude.
Yeah.
It's tough to find those people these days.
Yeah.
So,
Because it's one of those real dudes that like if you do something wrong, then you feel bad about it. Like
real bad.
You feel bad.
Like you let your dad
if you
down.
like if your dad was disappointed in you, it'd be Lancey disappointed in you.
you mean like he's a good leader? So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh fuck, Lancey's
Fuck it,
not
I'll
gonna
have
be
a beer
happy.
with you.
Like, fuck.
That's 100 calories. Like I'm gonna have to scratch off.
Oh, 100 calories out of that fucking goddamn beautiful Asian body you have there.
Yeah, man. It's like I do what I gotta do.
So yeah, that's how it all started. Did the deployment, which was awesome. As awesome as a deployment can be, you know.
Yeah. How? Because you guys had like obviously a couple firefights or whatever, but one of the biggest one you had was the IED went off with. Honestly, I can't remember his name, but essentially like flipped it over, went back.
Yeah.
One of the dudes got injured.
So Estes, it was like their first week in country.
That was before you got there.
Yeah. So I was actually
okay.
Estes's replacement.
Okay. All
So
right.
they hit an IED, and I think it was 40 or 50 pounds HME,
How long were they already in country?
like a week.
Oh, okay.
And it flipped the RG completely up in the air, did a backflip, and landed turret in the bomb crater. And that's the only reason he lived.
That's a straight 180.
Yeah,
Shit.
literally.
Yeah.
And but what ended up hurting him is he fell down in the crater on the harness. Mm-hmm. And then all the 50 cans broke free of their straps from the impact and fell on his face.
Fuck.
So I was his replacement. He's all right. He's doing good. He lived, and
No, oh shit.
But I was his replacement. But yeah, we got in a few ticks. There were tons of IEDs.
Yeah. Logman full of IDs.
Yeah.
Everywhere we went.
I don't know why. Like in hindsight, we didn't like inside those like fucking trucks. We didn't like put like tape or like foam around all the sharp angles.
Yeah, that's not like a child-proof environment.
No. God, no.
So many pokey things.
So many things, just like it's a bunch of fucking 50 cans thrown at your fucking face. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, you do the best you can, but like,
Yeah, I mean, you shop them
improvised.
down as much as you can, but like you have to have access to them too.
But still, I mean,
So
kind
like,
of like,
it's either like have access to them or they're in a like a soft box. Like
yeah, I
you
mean,
have to.
there's only so much you
kinda
could do.
figure
But
it
I mean,
out.
still, even like the kind of like the frames like, where there's like a shelf where you could put your 50 cans. You could at least
yeah.
put something there.
Everything was sharp and terrible to smash your face on.
So you enjoyed your deployment.
A lot.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
It was one of those things like, of course, there's parts that suck, but I would do it again in a heartbeat.
I don't know much about your deployment. Did you guys have any injuries or losses?
So the only injury was Estes that I can think of. Our whole battalion didn't lose a single person.
Nice.
But our company was, I think, one of the only companies to get CIBs and to like actually have a kinetic environment.
Logman was kind of a fucked up place.
Yeah.
Logman was still the Wild Wild West. Like
Yeah. Like a lot of people civilians who think about Afghanistan, they think about that documentary Restrepo in the Korengal Valley. We were probably like a 15-minute flight south from there. That RC East, that whole area was like just terrible. So
what was your mission?
We were the
PRT.
Yeah, PRT.
So it was like the Provincial Reconstruction Team Security, which I mean, in like I guess hindsight it looks worse, but in like when you're going there, you're like, okay, yeah, no, we can do that. Like it makes sense. Hearts and minds, like you're gonna be like, oh yeah, you're gonna do that.
Forget about hearts.
You have
and minds,
engineers. You have with you. It's like essentially CA. It was like Air Force, CA, like all these like people that were with you, like trying to do stuff, and but it was.
Yeah, you hope for like the Billy Badass combat mission, but there were a lot worse missions. I mean, anytime you had to go to the governor's compound, it was like the worst time ever. But we made the best of it, and I'm not gonna say we looked for trouble, but we did our presence patrols, and we didn't just sit around, and we were active. We made sure we were getting the most out of the experience and doing the best we could while we were there.
Yeah, I was about to ask if it was a mixture of PRT also of like doing presence patrol around the AO.
Lots of route clearance, a lot of QRF.
I think that's what we missed when we were there afterwards. Because like we were there afterwards. We essentially, the only real presence thing, we went to like the compound across the street, like foot patrol wise. Like in our general vicinity, we didn't really do a whole lot, which we should have done more.
We were very fortunate that the what do they call him? The base commander and they were really open to our ideas of like, hey, we've got downtime, but this area is pretty shitty. I think we should just go out there and make ourselves known. And they would let us do a lot of stuff that wasn't part of the PRT.
And that was Army?
They were Air Force.
Oh, wow. Because yours was Navy, right? And from my understanding...
No, we were Air Force as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But my understanding was your base commander was like really like...
Well, our PRT commander.
Yeah, that's what
really
was
really like not anti everything.
Yeah, okay.
Like he was not
They came in like our last couple weeks. They were an active duty Army unit.
Yeah.
And they were awful. Like they had one of their guys post up outside the chow hall for every meal and full battle rattle and like check the soldiers going in, and it started getting lame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They
Ridiculous.
took away like a lot of that big boy environment.
Sorry.
But yeah, I loved it. It was awesome.
That's awesome, man. My previous commander, Captain Wesley, was actually a part of your company.
Yeah.
It was a team leader.
He was awesome.
Okay, awesome, man.
Yeah, he was an E5 when we were there.
Anything that stands out from your deployment at all in your mind?
In what sense? There's tons.
I don't know. I mean, there's so much to pull out, but like, I mean, like, if I didn't get shot, right, there probably would been like, what probably would start on my mind was just like, certain missions where I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. So I went over there with like that hearts in mind mindset. Like, I'm here to help the people.
Yeah, me too.
Salam alaikum, like all the shit.
Yeah, like we're gonna kill the bad guys that should be killed, but like at the same time, let's try to like build bridges.
Yeah, exactly. And then like there's something for everybody, I think, that quickly grounds you in the sense that it's not like that.
You can't, because your presence is so short. We could be there for a decade and it still barely make a dent that you would hope it would make.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And also that, like, you think that they want the help. You think that the women are tired of being oppressed and beaten and all this awful shit, and then like they're like spitting in your face. Like,
they've got it's like fucking 04 in the morning, and they got a bundle in their back, and they got fucking more rounds in there. You know what I mean? They're building cachet. Yeah. And
you just kind of get like,
I don't blame them either. I don't blame them.
Yeah. No, because it's like, hey, we're gonna kill your kids, or you can take this $50 and plant this IED, and they're like, all right, that sounds way better than you murdering my family. Right. So I get it, but like you don't know that going into it, and so there was one mission, that was like that turning point for me. We were QRF, and the what are they called? The battle space owner.
Yeah.
So the battle space owner, they were out on their way home from mission, and they hit an IED. And
who's the battle space owner?
They were the 45th ID out of Oklahoma.
Oh, so it was a
right,
National
yeah.
Guard?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they had been getting really fucked up. They took a lot of casualties that deployment. We were there QRF. And so this was at night. It was dark. And we like got on the trucks. They're like, Catroni, you're going out. Get on the 50. And
Are you the lead 50?
I was.
Oh, yeah. It's so like, it's
Yeah.
fucking on when you're the lead 50.
So I'm on this truck and we're about to roll and they're like, everyone off the trucks, let's go. And we're like, what the fuck?
Oh, shit.
And they're like, the Afghan governor said, no, you can't go out. Like, we had to listen to them.
2012. I remember that climate. Yeah, I remember now.
Weird.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah.
So-
That was the same years like the Koran burnings. So it kind of changed all that.
So that happened while I was there.
Yeah, it changed
Yeah.
everything.
That's exactly what popped in my mind. It was politics.
Yeah.
Yep, politics. So
It's
we're
all
like,
politics.
are you serious? Our dudes are out there. They need
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
They're like, no. He said you can't go out till after 6 a.m.
It's crazy.
What the fuck? So 5 a.m., we're on the trucks, ready to roll at the gate. Soon as they let us out, we went out and we got them. So we get out there. They're all okay. They're a little exhausted. They've been on their guns all night, you know.
Yeah.
And so we clear the route. It's probably a 15-minute drive to get to them. Clear all the culverts, all this stuff. We're chilling with them. We're giving them cold waters and rippets. You're like, you guys okay? Cool. Need anything? Whatever. Wait for the wreckers to come, get their blown up truck loaded up. They're like, okay, let's RTB time. So I get back in my truck. This time I'm not a gunner. They put me in dismount. So I'm in the back of the truck. I put my ear set on.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like slide back in the seat and I close my eyes for like a second. Then all of a sudden I feel the boom. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And the comms are going nuts. Soon as we loaded up and started to head back, they blew the last vehicle. We hadn't even rolled 5 feet. Mm-hmm. We cleared that culvert so good.
Yeah, but they're built in.
They
They're
built it.
in.
They like took the bricks out of the wall, put it in, and put it back together.
remember-
So you had no
so-
idea.
I think you guys didn't have the Goldies, right?
We got them towards the end, but we never used
Yeah.
them.
So the Goldies, like we found a crazy amount of HME. Like every culvert had like 3 or 4 because they were built into the roads.
And we literally had our heads in those
Yeah.
culverts.
But it was
the ones you manually.
yeah,
move?
but it was all command wire. So they would find wires. These Goldies would find wires.
Yeah.
Like we would literally find like every culvert, everything, we would find like 5 or 6.
That's insane.
You
We
had the
walked on
standard
those-
thing in the back of the truck that jacks
exactly.
it.
But a lot of those dudes, like, and what kind of came to us was that a lot of those, nobody even knew they existed at that point.
Yeah.
Because they were all dead. Like all the Taliban or whatever was dead.
Oh, okay.
But they were built into the roads.
And you had the standard
And they're
jammers
probably,
in the back of your truck.
honestly,
Was that it?
they're probably still there. Like,
Probably.
we found them. We cut the command wires, but that's about it. Like, they're still probably still there.
We got trained on the Goldies, and I say trained, we had like an hour class.
Yeah.
Like towards the end of the deployment, and then we might have taken them out once or twice.
Yeah.
We're like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing with this. So we
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have Goldies, but did you have those jammers in the back of your truck?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Duke.
the
Yeah.
Duke.
The Duke, yeah.
Yeah, but these were not remote. These were like a 9-volt battery to a set of wires sticking out in a fucking field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, some dude out there with a shovel bends down to tie a shoe. It goes boop, boop.
Yeah.
Done. So they blow up that rear truck, and we dismount, and like we're just looking for the trigger man. We're going everywhere. Shit's like chaotic. The birds are coming in. Like, why the fuck are the birds here? Turns out the gunner got launched out of the vehicle, but because he was sitting up top in the turret, but he still had his harness on, and he was like hanging out on the side, and the vehicle rolled over him.
Shit.
Yeah. So
Who is this?
I can't say his name right.
Okay.
Brisson.
I'll bleep it.
Yeah. Brisson Oliveras. I can't remember how to say it.
I don't know.
He was from the 45th.
Oh, so he's not a ring guy.
No.
No,
he was
no,
a
no.
Oklahoma
He was,
guy.
yeah, Oklahoma guy.
So he got killed, and we just started hunting to find who it was. And then at some point, once they recovered the body in the second truck, they're like, all right, we got to get the fuck out of here. We got to go back, but we got to walk back. So it's probably 7:30 in the morning now. And the walk back was crazy. Like through rice paddies. Like when I say it was not the desert, it was like Vietnam.
Yeah, it's like Vietnam era.
Wherever there's water is very lush.
It was.
I mean,
beautiful.
no, it was beautiful. Like
Yeah.
like Logman was a beautiful. I mean,
Oh,
it probably
trust
still
me,
is.
I know.
It probably still is.
I
Like,
know.
it's beautiful. But like it was crazy.
So we're just like, can't believe this happened, and all the civilians are being dicks to us. They're not listening. They're like trying to run us over with their cars. It was just so chaotic. And I remember there was like this one village that when we walked in, it was all like handing out candy, kissing babies, shaking hands, salam alaikum. And now we're walking our way back, and we've got 2 trucks on flatbeds, and one of the trucks, a guy literally just died in. And the women are spitting on us, and they're throwing rotting tomatoes and shit at the trucks and at us, and they're cheering, like
That
so
sucks,
happy.
man.
And that was for me. I'm like,
That sucks.
I was like, fuck all of these people.
Do you carry that shit to this day? Like that anger? I'd imagine that makes you really pissed. Right
Yeah, but
now.
Talking about it.
But did they know at a certain point, like, and it sucks that like we've got to this point, but essentially, like the Taliban fucking won, right?
Yeah.
Like because they just held out, you know, like they just were like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like we can wait 10 years, we can wait
Yeah,
whatever,
whatever.
we can just fucking hang out like
100
do
years. They would-
And that to me that makes me fucking crazy because like we did all this fucking stuff for these people, like did everything, like helped you out, like tried to help you out,
build
like,
them a well
bridges,
so you
built
can have
wells,
water,
built
and then
this-
you blow it up.
we brought them fucking soccer balls one time, and I'm like, brought them soccer balls to this place that was like desolate, right? Like you wouldn't think it's like have anything, like there was no kids' toys out, like whatever, like and you bring it out there and it's like they have these soccer balls, and they were super excited to have soccer balls, but fuck, man, I don't know. I don't know what we did. Did we do good? Did we do bad? Who knows?
Does that still piss you guys off? Because that's not
yeah.
my experience.
It
at
does. It does piss me off.
So, am I pissed about how it ended there? Yeah. Am I pissed about how I thought I was going there to do good things for these people, and then they were ungrateful and all that shit happened? No. You know what? I'm not mad. We tried to help you, and you fucking you bit the hand that was feeding you. Like, that's on you.
Yeah.
You know what?
Okay.
That's your problem.
So you don't get angry or
But
anything about that.
but I also think that was kind of entwined too. Is that like so we go there to help, however, you know, they don't want to help themselves, but it's also to a point where like they can't help themselves. Like it's just a normal like you're not going to change a culture
Yeah.
for like while you're there.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I mean? Like, and you're there for what, a year, and you're like, oh, talking to these people, like you're not going to change everything.
Yeah, no.
And it's crazy.
Like,
Like,
still
'cause
piss you off? Because you sound pissed off, man. when you think about it.
I am. I truly am.
Like
Because
talking
right
about
now,
it, yeah.
Because right now, thinking about it, right? So all these people in Afghanistan right now, and you had all these. So we had plenty of dudes that were great dudes, Terps, like ANA dudes, like some of them I did talk to and did like resonate with, and like they're fucking stuck there. And then what would you do? Like, what would you do if like, all right, now this power has left, so America has left. What would you do?
Yeah.
Would you go Taliban because your
Escape.
family was about to die?
You'd have to
like,
go
yeah,
Taliban or escape.
I'd probably go Taliban too.
Yeah.
Like I'd probably be like, yeah, I like my family, so
Yeah,
I want them to survive. So this current is, so they're gonna all be Taliban and whatever. Like I want my kids to survive.
Yeah.
Like, what would you do? Like there's no. It's such a I would hate to say religious because it's almost not religious. It's more idealistic. Where, because the religion doesn't really quite match the Taliban, but I don't know. It's weird.
It's a very complicated situation.
It's very complicated.
Reliving the memories, talking about them, I get angry in the moment, but it's not something that I like carry with me or like affects me.
Yeah.
But just thinking about it, like, that sucks.
Oh, it annoys. It
Yeah.
Well, you
like
seem more
the whole-
worked up. And
yeah, but the whole thing about
it is.
Afghanistan, like the whole exit of Afghanistan, really angers the shit out of me.
Yeah, the ending, the way that all happened,
But I feel like it angers everybody
politically
Like,
and everything. Yeah,
you didn't feel that at all.
I want to say no, but obviously, like when we talked about it, I got passionate. But I don't think
passionate's the right word.
after in hindsight, I don't think I'm angry about what happened in Afghanistan and the responses. I'm more angry towards our higher ups.
Yeah.
Well, that's
too.
what I mean. It's almost to that same effect. Like I'm not angry at Afghans. Like
No.
the Afghans are doing their thing because they do that. Like Afghans are resilient. They will do what they need to do to survive.
They're people. They just want to
Because
survive.
they want to
Yeah,
survive.
Yeah.
I'm not angry at them. I'm angry at like how it kind of turned out to be.
Yeah.
Especially for the stuff that you do over there, right? So,
Because I mean,
but Sean, like when you came home though, like, and I think I'm more. I had a shitty time coming home, and it was a terrible experience, but I did learn a lot. Like coming home from Afghanistan and not being a part of the unit, like originally, did that like affect you at all, or is that?
Yeah. So it bothered me pretty bad. So, like that was all I knew for the Army, and those were my brothers forever. That was my home.
yeah.
And then we got back to Atterbury for
Yeah.
demob, and the mass battalion was like, "We want him back now." And Lancey fought for me. He's like, "Let him stay with us. Like, he'll go to all your meetings in the morning or whatever you need him." Because I had to out process with mass because I belonged to them, and they're like, "No."
Oh, that's so fucked.
So they took me, even though we all were in buildings next to each other, they took me out of Alpha's building to put me in some kind of like overflow battalion building.
Oh, like an IR guy. Fuck, man.
Like, just to like prove a point or something stupid. So I said, fuck that. And I just slept on the floor with my guys. And then I just showed up where they needed me to show up in the morning. There was like some kind of weird vibe back then with the battalion because they were all mass guys, and then Rhode Island was like the redheaded stepchild.
Oh yeah, that did last a while.
Yeah, so there was like a weird vibe. They hated him. Like when they did their combat patch ceremony and stuff, they didn't invite Alpha. They did everything by themselves and never invited us.
Pissing contest, yeah.
So then we fly back. I had to fly back to Massachusetts with these guys I had never met. Well, all my boys flew home to Rhode Island. So this is kind of like shitty. But then the first thing I did is I IST'd. I never once drilled with mass.
That makes me think of something Lou's mom said. I know we talked before in the podcast about what Jocko has said. The fact that he thinks that maybe some guys, obviously lots of guys had PTSD, shell shock after, Vietnam, World War II and stuff like that. But he said, like, specifically World War II, those guys, because they were coming home on a ship, they had time to stay with their guys and process the pain and the war and the terror and the joy and pain they all went through. Do you feel like that? So did that add any pain to you at all?
Yeah,
The fact that didn't have processing? No processing?
So not only did they have that opportunity back then, right?
Yeah.
Active duty, when you come home from deployment, you just go back to the base. You go back to the barracks.
Shoot the shit.
You go back to training
With those dudes that
with
you were
your
with.
dudes. When you're in the National Guard,
Yeah.
you literally go from that environment to you're not in the military anymore. You get how many months off after deployment?
Yeah, it's
3 months or
3
something?
months.
So
6
it's
days,
literally
90 days.
you go through what they refer to in active duty as when you ETS, what do they call that? The transition.
Yeah, terminal leave.
You go into like that transition period where all these guys are struggling, transitioning back to civilian life. You literally do that in the National Guard when you come home from deployment. After going through that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like literally you come home from the airplane and they're done. You don't talk to anybody or see anyone until the yellow ribbon, and it's like 3 months later.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of guys started drinking a lot and doing drugs and stuff they shouldn't have, getting in trouble. I was fortunate. I started dating my wife and just like got into that
You just met your wife after deployment? Holy shit.
I got so many stories.
You were like,
bro.
you're just wearing she was like, what's that? This is a CIB. Let me tell you about this.
So listen. We're in Bagram, and we're at the USO, and all the guys are like going through their phones, like, who's the hottest girl you knew growing up? Like, who's the hottest girl you got on social media? And all these guys, and they're like, Catroni, who do you know? And I'm like, oh, all right, this girl. I pull her up, and they're like, oh my God, dude, you gotta get me her number. Get me her number, whatever. And I'm like, oh, hell no. If anyone's gonna get her number, it's gonna be me. Mm-hmm. So I hit her up, and I was.
How do you know her?
I went to school with her older sister.
You're just social media friends.
Yeah, I didn't really even know her.
Okay.
And so I text her or message her. I'm like, hey, I'm coming home from Afghanistan. I was wondering if you want to go get some food or some drinks. I'll tell you stories about clicky pens and whatever. And she said, yeah. And it was just awesome. So we just hit it off and dove into that relationship. And I just spent that next 3 months, which was the summer, just doing all that young people summer love stuff.
Yeah,
and that soaked up all my.
Loving.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Soaked up all my time, and I didn't focus on anything else. Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't really work. I just hung out with her every day. Yeah, so that was like a really good. I didn't really think of it at the time, but that was like a really good transition thing for me.
Yeah. So did you, when you came back, did you have like, I don't know, some impending issues? Like, do you think you had anything like pent up that you like wanted to get out, or did that help you kind of like figure that out?
So that was a distraction, I think, for me. So I didn't really have time to think about deployment. There was like a guilt that I carried that we didn't have a more kinetic experience. I wanted to like, I felt like I got to do my job. I earned my CIB, but like,
it wasn't enough.
We joined the Army to like,
oh, I hear you.
You know, I grew up on World War II movies and stuff. I just thought like,
everybody gets into it.
I should have done more. I wish we had the opportunity to do more. And I kind of was like, felt guilty about that. I don't really think I have PTSD. I'm sure I got like moments. Like I remember sleeping over at her house one of the first weeks or first couple weeks. And, you know, when you wake up in the morning, but you're still asleep, you're in that like dream state. Mm-hmm. Well, like the neighbor was weed whacking, but it sounded like morning prayer. You know the and so I was back there in my head, and then her mom was like making breakfast and dropped a pan, and I jumped like 7 feet. So like little things like that happened for a while, but it went away. Missing the boys, you know.
Did you stay in the Rhode Island Guard after a little bit? Or was it straight back to Mass? That's it. You didn't see them ever again.
So they wanted me to go straight back to Mass, and as soon as we got back, I requested for an interstate transfer to Rhode Island.
Nice, okay.
And then I went straight to Rhode Island.
Oh, so how long were you in Rhode Island after the deployment?
Couple years at least.
Oh God, a long time.
Fucking long time, bro.
Like
that's when we met. Was that we were
maybe
5-6 years,
almost 10 years, maybe.
Okay, so at least you got to have some of that, you know, at least as small as it is on the drill weekends. Shoot the shit.
Yeah, I got back. I got that. Oh yeah, that we got plenty of that shit.
We got back to that.
Okay. I ended up being an old timer, you know, like one of the last dinosaurs left.
Yeah. I feel like that that whole experience, especially from my perspective, was like when we got back to the unit, it was a lot of different people that were kind of in the same stage of like development for all of us. Like we kind of all like clicked at a certain point. So that's when obviously I met you.
Yeah.
Like we were like everybody clicked at one point or another.
There were shitbags, but then there was like a core group of us who were like good dudes for the right reasons. And we were all kind of like chasing that dragon. Yeah. Like trying to be the most badass soldier we could in hopes that someday we would get a chance to go back and do it again. I think that's what we were all doing.
I know we're not young. We're not these young 18, 20-year-olds.
In the military.
But we're not old, right? But doesn't it feel weird to say like my war buddies? Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
you say shit like that?
That's what it is.
It is, man. We're the old guys, dude. You got kids joining the units now that weren't even like their parents were in high school when
2000 what is it? 2002 now? 2002.
Yeah, they
He was
weren't.
18 years old.
They weren't even around.
2002.
I literally said that
right?
line one time. I was
2002.
I don't remember the context.
Right?
I don't want to say arguing with someone, right? But I was talking about like the military is doing shit, and they were like talking. And I work in public affairs, so it's not even like it's like the most fucking like cush pogue whatever job it is. And I'm like, listen, motherfucker, I was dropping bodies when you're in high school. Don't give me this shit about like, you know, like this is being too extreme. Just fucking do your job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I dropped that line, like literally like 2010, I was fucking dropping bodies. I don't want to hear it.
You got to think like we're at that age, like our age and that position in our careers. When we first got in, we were the old dudes that we looked up to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, deployment times. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I remember when we went to like, you know, you got to do your yearly a medical screening, and I think I've probably said this before, is that you go do your yearly thing, and like I remember when I joined this, like these old dudes like show up with these things, these folders that are like fucking gigantic, and then I'm like, oh man, look at you, like look at your giant folder and whatever, and then like. Now I'm like showing up with my giant folder. Like, God damn it.
So
God damn it.
It talks about your knees, your lower back,
Oh, yeah.
your shoulders.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it breaks you.
and I'm literally can't even walk because my back's killing me right now.
It's so jacked up.
But you had a good deployment, huh?
Yeah, dude, I would do it again. I chased that dream for a long time thinking we were going back.
Yeah.
And that never happened, but it's probably better. I got 4 kids, so.
You caught the tail end where
4
before
kids,
things
huh?
closed down too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was there for the 10th year of the deployment. Like you were talking about the Koran burning, I was there for that. Our base got overrun for that. Like I was there for so much shit.
Yeah.
I think around that time, that either 12 or 13.
Do you get fucked up at all? Like that whole shit? Like, do you ever like go to VA or talk to anybody about like your whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good.
And was it helpful? Like, is it?
well, so the VA, there's some really great things about the VA.
And really horrible.
There's
things.
some really
I got-
horrible
yeah.
things. Like if you're in it long enough and you go there enough, you learn what everyone complains about. That shit's real. Like sometimes you get lucky, you have good providers and good care, and it works out great for you. And then other times you're just like, how can this be so jacked up?
Yeah.
What do you mean their office is down the hall and you don't talk and they don't know anything about me? Like it's weird. But so I've never had to like discuss any like mental issues or anything like that with the VA. Recently, I actually just got back from 2 weeks in Texas. I was at a brain health clinic. So I was like noticing some issues with myself, and I had listened to a podcast called Mentors for Military, and there was a guy on there from 275 named Ronno Farrell, and he was talking about how he had met these people and gone through this program, and it changed his life. And a lot of what he was talking about, he was dealing with, was resonating with me, and things that I was like connecting the dots for myself. So I reached out to this nonprofit called Defenders of Freedom, and told him I heard the podcast, and I've never talked to the VA about anything, but like these are some things I'm dealing with, and blah blah blah. And they flew me out there and put me through the program 2 weeks at Resiliency Brain Health.
Nice.
So it's a TBI, basically. They do mostly civilian stuff, but their passion is helping veterans from the GWAT. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like groundbreaking stuff. So like I was noticing no matter how much I slept, I was always exhausted. If I slept 2 hours or 12 hours, I felt exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just like depressed and anxious. Like I remember listening to you talk on one of these podcasts talking about going to the grocery store and that being anxiety, and that resonated with me. And so like I was dealing with that and didn't know it was
that was me.
anxiety.
That was me.
It was you. One of you two.
I fucking hated that shit.
The mustard owl.
It's still like
Was it
fucking.
the mustard
It still
owl?
makes me
Yeah.
crazy.
So I was dealing with all these things, and I told the VA, I'm like, something's off. And they're like, all right. I was like, I want my blood work done. Like maybe my testosterone's fucked up or something. And they're like, all right, we'll do blood work. So it was like pulling teeth, getting them to do that. And they took like 1 or 2 vials, and I didn't know any better. I'm like, okay. And then months go by. I have to call them, like, what were the results? They're like, oh, you're all fine. It's good to go. I'm like, oh, weird. Okay. So a year later, I find out about this program. Before I go down there, they do labs. They take 6 vials of blood. I get down there, get the results. I'm all jacked up. My testosterone is half of what it should be. My good cholesterol is like extremely low. I'm extremely high in iron. Like I got all these deficiencies. And they put you through a myriad of tests to kind of see, like, do you have a TBI? What's going on? What parts of the brain aren't working like they're supposed to? Where's the disconnect?
Yeah.
And I have TBIs. I never got blown up. During that Koran burning thing, I took a giant boulder to the helmet. Someone threw a big rock at me. But between that and just like concussions or not even concussions, just playing football in high school and being a kid, car accidents, like whatever.
Yeah.
All these things from life compiling and then going into combat. So I just found this out by going there. If you're within 1 mile of a IED, an explosion, brain injury. The concussive blast, up to a mile has a negative impact on the brain.
Yeah.
You see that.
If you fire more than 3 50 cal rounds in succession, can cause traumatic brain injury.
Well,
yeah,
definitely way above that one.
Anytime you fire a weapon inside of a structure, TBIs.
I always found it interesting when you see them launching the 120s
Wait, no,
and you count.
Yeah, but I have seen this. Is that so? Like the military rates essentially what you do in a building or wherever it is very differently than the civilian does.
Yeah.
So like, you gotta hook me up. I gotta try and figure that out.
I feel like the military downplays it.
Because honestly, I'm at a point where like my brain doesn't work as good as it should.
Yeah. I feel like an 80-year-old dude.
And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Yeah. Like yeah.
I used to have conversations and I would forget what I was trying to tell you while talking to you.
That's the hardest thing to do. Like try to like reflect.
Forget names.
And be like, is it me?
Names is the hard part.
Or is it like the deployment? Because I feel like none of us want to like blame and be like, oh, it's because of the deployment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't want to do that. We don't want to be victimized, but we also want to be like realistic and be like, is it me? Or is this some sort of byproduct of after like war? You know?
Yeah. So I fought with the same thing.
It's not a byproduct though. It's just normal. Like even if you never deployed, like it's still the same concept. Is that you're around these types of things?
Yeah.
That should be a piece.
What I struggled with prior to going was they're like, yeah, we want to get you out here, and then I'm like, there's guys that really fucking need this. Yeah. I don't like. Am I taking this from someone who really needs?
Well, that's
this?
what I thought.
All this stuff, like even with the VA, I'm like, I don't want to be on paper for fucking anything.
Yeah, you don't know any better. You're naive. You're like, my knee's not that bad.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm not saying shit.
So like I was really stealing from myself, and I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do this. And my wife was on board, and I went. And I was still hesitant. I'm still thinking like they're gonna be like, dude, you don't have a TBI. What the fuck are you doing here? And all my shit was jacked up. They're like, oh yeah, you need to be here. And
so what'd they do? Just like do tests, like the entire week? Or
no.
whatever?
So the first couple of days are the testing, the diagnosis. Plus they got all your blood labs, and then they can look at the results and they're like, yeah, this is why. And they know, like a lot of it has to do with eyes. They do these computer tests and like memory tests and all these things. And then once they figure out what's wrong with you,
was it hard?
Well, you know you're in the military, so you're always trying to fucking beat it and do the best you can. So you're like, they're like, it's not pass or fail. Like it's just do your best.
I'm trying to do my best.
Yeah. But it turns out like something is wrong with my right eye. It doesn't function the same as my left, and I had like a head tilt, which they said is very common with shooters. And when you do that, your perception gets all fucked up and gravity starts changing the way your back is, and that's why you end up with back issues. And so it's like a whole body approach. Their foundation is chiropractic, so there's a lot of things that were into it. It's
so they do stuff that like actually make you feel better.
Yeah, so there's
what's the name of the organization?
Resiliency Brain Health.
Resiliency Brain Health.
And it's in Texas, Coppell, Texas, just north of Dallas. And so, like, there's a lot of things that you do while you're there, but one of the main things is this system called the TMS, and it's a magnet that goes on your frontal lobe, and it just sounds like tick, tick, tick. But what it's doing is, if you think of your brain, you've got all these pathways from point A to point B. This is how it transmits information, right? Your neurons and all this kind of brain talk.
Receptors.
Yeah. So what happens when you're born, there are these beautiful, clear 6-lane highways, beautiful fresh paint markings. Your information knows right where to go, and it streamlines there. Mm-hmm. As you're growing, you bump your head. This happens, explosions. Every time that's happening, those roads start to like get turns and bends, and next thing you know, your straight 6-lane highway is a single dirt road going through the mountain pass. The information's still getting where it needs to go, but it's having a really hard time doing it, and you're starting to develop anxiety and depression and rage and memory issues, and all these things are happening because the information's having a super hard time going where it needs to go. You go through this magnet, and what it does is they say it's like the Army Corps of Engineers coming in and bulldozing the shit out of the mountain and rebuilding the road for you. Mm-hmm. So your brain has to essentially like relearn how to do this.
So did you do it?
Yeah. So
this is all due to TBI,
and it was worth doing. Like it was.
Yeah, and so it's 2 weeks is like the beginning. It's your like supercharged jump off. Now I've got all this homework and stuff I have to do for the next 90 days. They'll redo my labs, see where I'm at, assess my homework. I'll do another 90 days. They'll do another set of labs, and then they'll make a determination on what I need to do for the next 6 months, and do they want me to come back in for like a week overhaul, and then you go from there, and you just keep doing your stuff for the rest of your life.
Well, I mean, I just feel like there's a huge disconnect between like the VA and going to get help. Yeah. Because when I got AGR, so like I got back on active duty, and like being around like the guard would just, or it was just tough. Like being everyday Army again for like not being everyday Army was a little bit tough. And I was like, maybe I should go talk to somebody about it. Just bullshit and stuff. So go to the VA. And the VA is like, oh, okay, yeah, we can do these appointments and do that. Let's go do it. And then didn't realize that the VA actually charges money if you don't go. If you don't do like 1 year, so after your deployment or whatever, you have 5 years. Yeah. And then if you don't go, and then it extends, so you have 1 year every time you go or whatever. And so I had 5 years after deployment, never really used the VA. And then I go, and then like they start charging me for like these like mental health visits. And I was just trying to like talk to people, like do like the right thing that I thought was like the right thing to do. Yeah. So I start doing it, and then I get charged, and I'm just like, what the? Are you fucking serious? Like really? Yeah. Like I thought the VA was like a over-encompassing thing, but no, it's not.
No, it's not.
No.
And like,
you get a whole podcast on fucking VA shit.
They tell me my testosterone is fine, and then I'm just like making shit up in my head, and then when in fact it's half of what it should be.
Who's they?
The VA.
Okay.
And so I asked the doctor, like, how is this possible? When I'm in Texas, I ask him, and she goes, the VA and the rest of the world uses this crazy scale for testosterone in males, saying that if you're within the range of 200 to 800, it's considered normal.
I'm sorry, 1 second. My brother's coming home, so my dog's going crazy. Yeah. Gabby, stop.
Oh shit! I gotta head out. Unfortunately.
All right. How should we end this?
No. I mean, that's kind of it. I mean, we could go for another 2 hours, but
yeah, we could. Yeah.
Do you ever want to come back on, Shawn?
Yeah, I'll come back for sure.
Okay, great. So until next time.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it.